Awesome.
Okay. Welcome to episode 1 of Bobby and Sally's podcast here. I'm Bobby. This is Sally.
I'm Sally.
This is my sweet little baby Robert here, tiny little sweetheart. This is going to be a bit of a learning experience for us. I just was making fun of myself a second ago, thinking that no matter how crazy life gets, I still find a way to make things ghetto. And so I've got one phone on Go Live right now that is basically like on my cell phone. And then Sally's cell phone's going live on her page. We're recording ours here for the actual channel. But this has been a long time coming. We've been trying to put this thing together for a while.
Yeah, and finally, we finally get to do our first one.
We'll be moving around the time a little bit. It's not always going to be during this time of the day. I know it's a little strange to not have that much, I guess, preparation, but you don't have to prepare in order to like, you can just have fun in life.
Yeah.
Like, that's basically what that's all about. So what we wanted to do was spend some time with you guys. What's going on, Ty? How you doing, buddy?
Now we have to look at her.
Yeah, we have to figure out who's going to be where.
Hey, congratulations, Ty.
Yeah, congratulations on ranking up, brother. That's just an amazing feeling. Quick question for you. When you're watching my video here, if you're still with us, Ty, is this on my personal page or is this on my business profile, like my fan page? Does it show up which page I'm going live on? Would be nice to know. But yeah, guys, so we're going to put out episodes for you guys. We're going to be sharing with you guys our journey, sharing with you guys our story. This looks so super cool. I'm looking at us in three different screens.
Yeah.
And we're basically going to be growing together. And, we're not on this planet just to pay bills and die. We're not here to just do mediocre stuff. We actually want to go out there and help people.
We're here to live our lives.
Fan page. Thanks, Ty. Well, I wanted to get on my actual page because that way we can actually get some actual audience. But that's all good. I'll post this later. People can watch it.
I think you can still see it.
They can barely see it because my fan page there isn't very much stuff on there. All my organic audience is on a different page, so it's all good. We're basically here just to share our story. Episode 1 was more like a welcome, share with you guys a bit of the good word. Introduction.
Our story.
Yeah. So what's on your mind for introductions? Where do you want to start with?
Well, I want to start by saying, by starting with a question.
Okay.
I mean, for people who haven't done anything like an online business, like what would life look like if you didn't have to wake up to an alarm clock every morning to go to a job that you're not passionate about for a third of your day? Think about that for a moment. A third of your day, which is equivalent to a third of your life if you're doing this until you retire. Right? Because it's not always, life isn't always that great, but I started with me a year ago. I was a single mom for 2 years. I had 3 children then, and it was difficult. But I used that as my motivation, my reason for searching for an opportunity like this. It was that moment that I made my decision to commit to something like this when I found out this opportunity. And that's what brought me to where I am now. And I've become the better version of myself.
So I guess we'll back up just a couple quick seconds here. What she's talking about, this business opportunity, we're affiliate marketers. So what we do is we utilize platforms like social media to share our story with other people and help them see what's possible for themselves by offering classes, courses, community, platforms, structure, things that are already set up for you so that you get a chance to be the most, wet behind the ears, green, non-tech savvy person out there and still create a level of income. So I've been involved in something like this since about 2015. I was the type of guy who kept on having jobs and couldn't keep my jobs. Every time I got one, I would either want to get another one or get fired or get relocated or promoted or whatever it was. There was always a reason why I wasn't able to find stability. And it wasn't until I got fired for the last time that I was thinking, I can't do this anymore. I have to find something that's going to be there with me while I fail, because I understood at this point that failure was something that I did. I just basically failed a lot. So I got into business for the first time, and I failed in it, and I kept on keeping on, I guess, as they say. This is something that it's been with me as we've been growing and as we've been evolving inside of our organization. So I got a chance to actually grow as a leader and grow as someone who can help other people. And that didn't happen overnight. I wanted to, but I just never had those ingredients. Fast forward to about a year ago, almost a year ago, the next month, where I met this woman, and she had an interest in business as well. So it was one of these wonderful feelings of thinking that, I found someone I can work my business with.
Okay, but before that, I want you to share like how you had a dream and then it became a reality.
Well, I had a dream about her when I first thought of her. She came to me in an actual dream, and in the dream I had a vision of this woman giving me a kiss on the beach. And so 6 months later, I met her online, and I guess we'll get into our story, but I just wanted to share a little bit of the backstory about what we do as entrepreneurs, as public speakers, coaches, strategists, people who want to help other people. We want to make money together. The truth is that we would like to create a powerful shift in the way that we look at income, the way we look at spending our time with our family. All of these things that we've taken for granted, to think that you just go to a job, go to school, get a trade, get a specialized knowledge, and go and figure something out. It ain't going down like that. 11:11. Sorry, I just had to click that thing really quickly. It's not going down like that. That's not how it was supposed to go down. That's not how I was going to raise a family. That wasn't how I was going to be able to create wealth. I was working for someone else. So getting into business for myself is one of the most powerful things I ever did. It took us down a crazy course to think that, now I speak across the world. We don't have jobs. Sally just gave birth like 2 weeks ago to my firstborn. So really powerful. Ray, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Really powerful stuff to think that, what we can accomplish when you truly put your mind together, you truly work together to make something happen, is very, very powerful. So I love you. I appreciate you for being in my life.
And I'm grateful for you.
And I'm grateful for you.
Forever.
So basically you guys are gonna see us grow through our journey. You're gonna learn about what Bobby does, what Sally does, what our groups do, how you can be a part of it, how we can help you if you need anything. We're here as a support system. So I hope you guys enjoy our story. I hope you guys enjoy basically learning about us and following our rise. If you're trying to find a home in business, or maybe just in family, or just in community, maybe you're looking for something more out of life. Maybe you're like my brother Ray, you work way too hard. Maybe you're working way too hard, and you need something that's going to help save you one day, take away from your not take you away from your family anymore. What we do is we help people get to places. So whether it be with our program or with my coaching, we offer some pretty powerful things. So
we're here to help you build your dreams, not just work for someone else and not have free time to spend time with your family or with just yourself.
So from time to time on our podcast, episode 1, welcome. We're going to offer you throughout our time together opportunity and an invitation to work with us. So I don't want to be the type of person who just comes out here and tries to sell things. However, everything is sales. Everything breaks down to transferring of a feeling or a transference of an idea through the word or through communication.
But in return, you're giving them value.
That's a good sale. Yeah. You're getting good value if that's a good transaction.
Yeah.
A win-win-win. So from time to time, we're going to invite you guys to work with us, and I hope that you guys can enjoy the fact that we're here to help you, and we're here to move forward. We're here to make beautiful things happen in each other's lives. So even Ray saying here, serving is sell. serving is the selling. So we're in here to serve you guys. Whatever it is that you need, by all means, you're more than welcome to reach out to us. So I want to we can talk. There's a couple of stories we should really like come into. One that we wanted to save for our premiere episode was how this whole thing came together.
Which whole thing?
This whole thing.
That's right.
Because obviously we got a baby. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, let's do it. And we've been planning on a podcast about celebrating a year of knowing each other. But it's been a year of being together. And my life has just changed because of this woman.
And my children.
Let's give it a second. It's still trying to reconnect. No, we lost connection here. Just give us a second here.
That's weird.
So... welcome to our journey. Okay, guys, this is going to be a lot of fun. What we're going to start with is the story of us and how this whole thing came together. So I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
I was, as I say, jumping around jobs and relationships for like 5 or 6 years. I would consider myself undateable. And I had a really bad addiction to like not the nicest things. And nobody knew. I kind of just like plodded along. I got into business by myself, and I felt like I lost a lot of friends. And my life was just kind of whizzing past me. I was a little depressed, thinking, this isn't how it's supposed to go down. I'm supposed to be happy in love. I wanted to have kids. I had a whole vision of what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be. And it was just like, I wanted to be a young dad, like 21, 22, have my first kid and just experience what it felt like to be like a young parent. And so, here I am, 25, 26, 27, 28. It's nowhere near happening. I'm not finding the woman of my dreams. I'm kind of giving up here. And, I had a dream. And so it was 2016 where I was just like, that's it. I'm going to go out there. I'm going to find the girl. I'm going to find the person who I need to, I want to be with. So then it was all of 2017 or 2016? 2017.
Well, we met 2017.
At the end of 2017. So it was the end of 2016. I was like, that's it. I'm going to stop being undateable, and I want to find the woman of my dreams. I'm going to find her this year. So then 2017 started, and I basically went out looking for this girl. And sometime in June, I had a dream that I was actually seeing her inside of on a beach in the Philippines. I didn't know it was Philippines. All I knew was at a beach, and there was like a hot beach, and I was sitting there on the beach, and then this woman with long black hair comes over top of me and gives me a kiss, and I was just like, this is it. I woke up feeling, hey, I felt good. I felt like, that I wasn't going to be alone, and that the universe was looking at me like, here's a vision of your future wife. So about 6 months later in December, so Plenty of Fish, of all places, online dating, and I saw Sally's picture, and she was just pretty, very modest, very simple. Wasn't trying to prove anything or be so super crazy about it. She was just looking naturally, authentically very sweet and very pretty. So I messaged her and I was just like, hey, how's it going? Really liked what you had to say. Great to connect with you, right? Like just on Plenty of Fish. And then that night.
Well, you said something as well. I think I remember you were saying because we had
things in common.
You said I like dancing, and you like dancing too. I'm into spirituality.
Yeah.
And what else?
I'm a business.
Well,
business.
And there was one more. Oh, because I'm Filipino.
Well, because I was kind of thinking that I was supposed to find a Filipino girl.
Yeah.
Right. So, I had that in my head to think that this woman was out here somewhere. So then, we met, and it was kind of like sparks at first sight. And she lives on the island about an hour and a half drive after a 2-hour ferry. So we
were talking on the phone for a few days.
We talked on the phone for a few days before I decided, no, I want to come out and meet this girl. And I basically came out to see you for the first time.
Oh, you wanna?
Where?
Well, you did my numerology.
I'm a numerologist, guys. So in case you guys don't know, I run or read people's charts,
And
okay,
compatibility.
and compatibility. So I was interested in this woman because Plenty of Fish, this is what you do on Plenty of Fish, is you look for potential people that you want to have a relationship with, of whatever kind you're looking for. So I told her that I'm a numerologist and that I can read her chart, I can read her birthday. We got a chance to do that, and I recognized how connected my chart would have been to hers. It was so weird, guys, to see. Like, if I had seen this and a client had showed me, is this person meant to be? What is this? I would be like, you have to throw everything you have at this. Like, you can't not see this and not act on this. And that would have been the advice that I saw myself giving someone who had come up to me saying, "Hey, look at these charts. Do you think this is someone I should date or be with?" So this is my life. I'm trying to give myself this coaching. And so I'm just like sitting there being like, wow, like this looks too good to be true. And then I'm thinking, oh, she's got kids, she's got a lot of kids. It's a weird thing. So obviously, I don't know, maybe I'm just weird. And so I wanted to meet her anyway. And then I also talked to a friend of mine who she reads spiritual cards. She pulls tarot cards. So I was like, I'm a big fan of spirituality. I'm also very strong into that myself. And so when this woman speaks, it speaks into like the truth of my soul. When she says something, like, I'm just like, that, me so well. And so she's ranked up very, like, years ago, like we're talking like lots of years ago now, as someone I would consider to be very spiritually powerful. So I call her up and I'm like, hey, I need you to tell me what's going on, because I've got these really strong feelings for this girl, and like, the chart really lines up and I really want to know. And so she did like a card pulling for us, and basically said that this was my soulmate and that I had to be with this woman, and that this was the love of I was waiting for, like the twin flame or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, wow, that's some seriously powerful stuff. You can, to say things like that. And so I was like, and she's like, even Sally was like, we're supposed to be together. And she had just very crystal clear. And I'm like, yeah, I had a dream about you. And so I was really falling into this at the speed of love. This is mid-December, December 18th that we actually meet. So we have a really strong initial connection reaction. And then I come out to see her right before Christmas. No, right after Christmas, right before New Year's.
We were supposed to meet the next year, January, but you said you had to meet me before the end of the year.
Yeah, I was super superstitious, right? So I was like, no, this was the year I said I was going to meet the woman I'm supposed to be with. So I have to find out, who she is and where she is. But then I looked at my numerology and I realized that 2017 wasn't a year for relationships. It was not a year for me to, to be in one. So I got what I asked for, to meet the woman of my dreams, but we didn't get a chance to experience relationship in December because we just met each other. It was just like, it was going to start. That was 2017 as a 1 year.
Yeah, but
all new beginning. Sorry.
That's right.
So, so basically I was just like, okay, went out to see her before the end of the year. And then I kept coming back like almost every other weekend. And then by the time it was like 6 weeks later for Valentine's, we had already decided we were going to be together. I had said I'm going to move out there June, maybe December, maybe June, 6 to 12 months later, and we'll make it happen. So, take things slow. So Valentine's came, and this is like February, right? We're talking about June, maybe June, probably December. By the end of February, I had moved out to the island forever.
Oh, because you were still working a job then.
Well, I was working a job at that time, but my numerology business was really kicking off. Mm-hmm. And I was basically able to not only work from home for my job, but my business was already also taking off. I was becoming a coach, a numerologist. And
yeah, it's kind of like we manifested it.
Well, because I always wanted to have a situation where I was working from home to raise a family. Yeah. And so we ended up, coming together in such a way that the doors in the universe just totally opened up because I never ended up going back to work. I went full time into my business. I went full time into my own coaching business, and it's been the most profitable year of my life. The journey we went through in 2018 was like next to none. It was crazy. It was just nuts. So many things happened. We traveled all over the world. Felt like 3 times, and it was crazy to think we did all of this in year 1. So it came in as a whirlwind really fast, and we became friends really quickly. And I just dived right into like a 1-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
And there was this like became family right away. It's crazy.
So I remember that time when you messaged me. I was actually like crying. Like I knew I knew there was someone out there for me because of what I was going through at that time.
Why were you crying, baby?
I don't know.
Oh God,
then
cry.
that night you messaged me, so it was really powerful that
That's what's up, guys.
I must have called you.
Yep.
So I do believe in soulmates that they exist, and I manifested this as well. And so when I met you, I was in a different affiliate marketing, and when I met him, I knew he was doing something else. But a month later, something happened to the company that I was working. Well, the company that was offering this training, there was no tangible product or anything. It was just the training, and I was like, they were trying to sell us more like leads, events, and like higher level of training, which you have to like pay for. And I just kept paying, and I wasn't getting any result. There was no, it felt like it wasn't real for me. Even though I went to the event and I saw the people there, but it didn't feel right for me. I didn't resonate with it, and I didn't feel the support of the community. And so they got sued, and so that's when I decided, you know what, let me see what you're doing. And I realized that what he was, you're involved in a community of people that when I joined, like I felt the support. It felt like I'm in a big family. And that's when I realized as well the difference. What makes this different is that you get to work on yourself, inner work, mindset, and you change as a person, you grow as a person. And they never taught me that when I was doing the other business. So that's what aligns with me. And so I know that I'm going to be successful at this. And
You're so cute.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking in the beginning of all this, I'm like, well, I mean, I've been with my company for like 4 years, so I'm not really too enthusiastic or eager with identifying or associating with a different brand or product. I'm not going to do that. I've committed to my business. So when her business is kind of like they're getting sued by the FTC, I'm just like, oh God.
Well, that was my first
Never
experience.
mind. And I guess your first experience. I can do the way it works. Yeah. But suddenly I was like, oh, sorry, it sucks to you, and I just sort of like pushed my opportunity in front of her.
You didn't really have to
push it really hard. I mean, a lot of people deal with things like that. I get it, but at the same time, like, there was community and family involved in what's like where I'm at, like with the people that we work with. And it's just an amazing journey to get there. We built a family out of our opportunity of helping people, and it was really nice to see you jump into that.
Well, I like the fact that you were working with actually friends, like in person friends who've been in the business, and they actually,
high school friends from my childhood. So like for me, there's a really big hometown feel to what I do. But at the same time, we have business out there across the world in Australia. East Coast of the United States. I have entrepreneurs everywhere. So, I mean, like, having a local hometown feel is the nicest feeling, but then having a reach that can grow is a really wonderful feeling for sure. I believe that, like, I needed her help. I needed someone who was strong in the area that she was in, which is like writing, wanting to develop, wanting to be a boss mom, power woman, and let her run my business and really like take over of it. She's been doing pretty good.
I kind of like the power couple idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, and the thing is, like, I also have my own numerology business. It's taking off, so it's like the combination of power is amazing. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I really like the way that you've grown since we started all this. Like, look where we're at now. Episode 1 podcast. It's such a weird feeling to think that, like, we've been able to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you want to talk about this year?
Well, we can talk about like what happened after that, and
so like February.
Yeah.
So February we're like going into a retreat for like a holiday for a couple of days at a resort in Parksville, and so we had fun. It was a great time, and then it looked like we had like to find a place, because I gave notice already at my place that February was going to be my last month. Mm-hmm. And then so March 1st, I was having all of my stuff sent to the island. And for me, that was a little much risky, not risky, but uncomfortable, because I'm a Cancer. I'm a homebody. I don't like moving. I had just moved.
And also, like, we haven't secured a place.
So we hadn't secured a place either. Yeah. So, like, there was no place for me to really live. I was just basically being, like, spending money, and it wasn't cool. I didn't like it. And so close to the end of the month, we still haven't found a place. And then, it was like a couple days into March, and we're like, well, we got to stay in this place for one more month. The place that she was in wasn't big enough for all of us. Like, my dog wasn't welcome there. And we started looking a little bit outside of the city, outside of the town, into the city down by Nanaimo, where we found a place.
Right here.
And and this was
the first place that we looked at.
It was like the first place that we looked at.
We got it right away.
We got it right away, as opposed to up here, up in Courtenay, credit check this, wait list that. Such a slim market. No, everybody's pre-qualifying everyone. Like, it was
trying to
apply for a job to get a tenancy.
Or get a loan.
Or something. And like, criminal record checks. I'm like, relax, guys. Like,
reference check.
So yeah, it was so stupid. Yeah. But then we came down to Nanaimo, and these guys were like, yeah, sure, you want to sign it right now? I'll take it right now. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. Found a place out here, and the view is amazing.
Yeah,
overlooking
really
the mainland.
What we love about
the
this.
Water, it was just on top of a mountain. On the other side of the house, there's just woods, so there's nothing there. Or even our neighbors, not even beside us, is across the street.
And your office.
My office overlooks.
What's your view?
Overlooks deer, like walking and passing by, and like a little green belt. So there's just forest.
And then from our bedroom, it's just a forest.
Trees.
Yeah.
Like, just like you're inside of the trees.
No houses or anything.
No houses, no neighbors. So
no
wonderful.
People.
No people. Wonderful. Place to live.
It's so private.
Very quiet. End of the street. No traffic. So I was just like, this is perfect.
And next to it is an empty lot,
which we intend to go and build a house on one day.
How big is it?
2.67 acres. So it's a big. Yeah. It's a big deal. It's a big deal out there.
Big deal. So that's our next.
Big deal.
That's one of our dreams.
My little baby Robert.
And
and at the beginning of March.
Just before we moved in.
Just before we moved in.
A day before.
I moved into her uterus. Oh. We decided to conceive.
And it was just perfect timing,
because I'm a numerologist and I'm all about timing.
And yeah, and I was,
Ovulating.
Yeah. I don't want to say that word, but yeah.
So it all came together in a really serendipitous, like just crazy whirlwind. Because we're sitting there about to move out of the house, and we end up conceiving, and the journey just picks up from there. Like, it was crazy. We moved in on the weekend, like the 3rd or 4th of March.
Yeah. And the reason for that is because Bobby was saying, we already have, 3 young children, and we're taking care of them. So we might as well get everything done with now.
She's like, oh, I want to just enjoy you for a few years. I'm like, what do you mean you want to just enjoy me? There's kids everywhere. Like, I don't want to wait another 4 years and then go back and do all this again. Like, if you've got small kids now, get them all out of the way, and then we'll get back to our lives later, right? But I wanted to be a dad my whole life, so I was cool with it.
So now we finally have the baby Robert.
Before we got pregnant, we were all talking about having two more kids, having 5 kids total. And Sally's like, I'm gonna do it for you. I got you. Okay, if that's what you want.
Well, because we have a boy, and I had a dream before I got pregnant. I had a dream that I had a baby girl, and she looked like Bobby. So
we assumed that we're gonna have a baby girl, and then Sally's like, oh, I want twins, because now she's thinking, shit, I don't want to go through pregnancy all this amount of times.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was just like, just relax. It's all good. It's not that bad. But then again, here I am on the outside of things, not giving birth. So it was a lot to go through.
Yeah, that was an amazing, different experience for you.
Different experience for me, for sure. I'd still do it. I'd probably still do another kid.
We'll see. So,
yeah. So, okay, anyway, so she's pregnant now. 3 kids in there, just moved to the island. Like, guys, this is crazy, right? It's March. Like, I just met this girl in December. And here we are 3 months later, like, deciding, like, let's do this. Shake on it. Spit. All right, here you go.
Yeah. In March, I remember, that's when I bought the product.
So that's when this woman decided to join my business. It took a couple of months, and she's like, I want to get with you guys. What do I got to do? Where do I got to put it down? I'm definitely in.
I love the product anyways, and we needed it, so I bought it.
Sure, well, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely. Yeah. What we do is just, it's unbelievable on every single level. Mm-hmm. And would love to invite you to take a look if you're not inside of our group already, and you're kind of out there thinking, what do people look like when they're working from home? This is what it looks like. So we just come out and be human beings and normal people with each other.
Just living life.
Just living life, You know how we do.
Keep dreaming, building your dreams.
Keep dreaming, yo.
Your future.
Build your futures, yo.
Keep making
babies, yo.
Yeah.
So what ends up happening here? So you joined our group.
Yeah, and then I joined the Global Affiliate Zone.
Well, it's our organization, the community that we're involved with, that has built a platform around what we do. Yeah. So it's the online digital space marketing training program. Very wonderful school of knowledge, absolutely impressive mentors, and it's basically built an online business for us. Thousands of people, hundreds of people quit their jobs. Almost a dozen people have become millionaires so far, and we're just getting started. It's only been 2 years, and I've been in this business for about 4.5. My mentor's been in the business for almost 10 years. We deal with products and companies that have been in business for 40 years. So people are figuring it out. Okay, that's basically the long and the short of it. But to at least get to know us is where I want to be on our podcast. Mm-hmm. So back to the story.
Yeah.
You got involved in our organization, our community.
Yeah, in the first week, I went through the training, and then we went to the event, Vegas. My first event in April.
Oh man, I was so confident. I was like, we're gonna road trip in a Chevy.
With all the children.
A Chevy Impala. So like if Chevy Impala, like a newer one, with 3 kids in the back.
And I was pregnant.
And she was pregnant, like 2 months pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. So 3 months pregnant or something? Oh, would have been a month and a half, so it wouldn't have been that bad. But she started showing really quickly. She started showing real quickly, babe. And so, yeah, we drove to Vegas from Vancouver Island, and we forgot their passport.
Oh yeah, I forgot my the children's passport because I thought you had them.
I thought I had them. She thought I had them. I thought she had them. Miscommunication, whatever. So we forgot the passports, and we had already taken a ferry.
We didn't have the option of going back.
We didn't have the option of going back.
We didn't make it in time.
Or we would have not made it in time.
Yeah.
Because we were on a tight schedule as it was to get there on time, which was really funny. And so basically what ended up happening was we drove down to Vegas, took the kids with us.
Mm-hmm.
Sally's like, let's go do Vegas. I'm like, you got 3 kids and you're pregnant, relax. So it was funny that Sally was super confident about it. And I was kind of like, you know what? I've been to a few of these. I know what these are like. And I know this is for Sally. Enjoy. And I got a chance to be there as a dad and to meet
the people in your community.
Meet people in our community. We're real people. We go to real live events. We have actual cool things we do. Yeah. No big deal. And then, to actually involve herself inside the training. So it led Sally down a road of investing in communication because she wanted to get better at speaking.
Yeah.
So she goes for another course, a follow-up course in Phoenix. And we take me, her pregnant belly, and Jen, our smallest. Yeah. So it was a smaller crew. We went to Phoenix, Arizona, stayed there for the week. And Sally basically invested on learning crazy amounts of NLP. Yeah. Trained under the world's best, and was so super amazing to watch her grow. Then on the last day before we were supposed to leave, we got a phone call that my dog got run over back home.
Aww.
And it was so devastating. I was just so pissed off. So much in guilt, being like, why did I even come here? I didn't need to come here and be a babysitter and a chaperone. I lost my dog after this. This is so stupid. And I was so bitter about it for such a long time, thinking this is all my fault. I shouldn't have been here. This is really dumb. And I was just hanging over my head, being like, if I was here, my dog wouldn't have jumped under a car. That feeling like I should have been more responsible. But the hands of God, the fate of God is something completely different. You can only, sit in awe of it. You don't control it.
You can only control.
You can only control how you feel or how you react.
Yeah.
So it was a tough one, but this is now end of May.
Yeah.
So end of May, or end of April.
I think it was in May.
It could have been end of April.
Because April went to Vegas, and then May was when we went to Phoenix.
Okay, so yeah, it was end of May, and then June we came back, or we were back in time for June, which is birthday month. Your birthday, my birthday, Richard's birthday. All the June babies inside of our group, inside of my family and my team. So it was time for that. Hi, are you awake now? Oh, hello. Hello, sweetie. And so it was birthday month. Sally got a new little dog, Juju, for her birthday.
That's right.
We basically picked up a small little baby dog, as if it wasn't crazy enough traveling with a bunch of kids. Now we get a brand new dog in the mix. So this is June. And then,
probably can't live without it.
Well, it's not like I couldn't live without a dog. I'm an animal person my whole life. And it was me and my little dog, man. I'm far out. Anyway, still kind of upset about it. Hi. Hi, sweetie.
Oh, he's waking up.
He's waking up. So we're going to make this short because we got to go.
Yeah.
But so then July happens. We go to Australia.
We travel to Australia for the next event.
The next event, I got a chance to speak at this time. I was a keynote speaker at this event. It was crazy. It was a 3-day festival of freedom. And it was wonderful, crazy. Got a chance to speak over 500 people on stage. And it was just nuts. It was unbelievable. Okay, my little baby. Okay. And then we ended up going to the Philippines for a week. So this was the middle of the summer. And got a chance to meet Sally's family. Got a chance to go to a certain beach where I fulfilled almost a year later, fulfilled the dream that I had. That this woman was in my dream giving me a kiss. And there it was on the beach, and I experienced it. And I was like, this is the most surreal feeling ever. To think that I'm somewhere out there, I'm dreaming of the future. I'm watching this happen from the past. wow, so weird to think about this. You get shivers and tingles down the back of them, just to think about what time and space really are, and like what life really is. Like looking at my little boy, he looks just like me. I'm like, am I stuck in like a time loop? It's so super crazy. So yeah, this was July.
Yeah.
We ended up missing our flight out of Australia. Spent an extra day in Australia doing work. We were supposed to go to Malaysia. We ended up going to Singapore. All the way around. Supposed to go to Singapore. We ended up going to Malaysia.
Yeah, I think so.
And then after that, we went to Shanghai on the way back to Vancouver Island. Went to Shanghai and then met up with my friend Richard, who's in my business as well, who's quitting his job forever as a teacher in Asia, a Canadian white boy, and became a teacher, like a middle school teacher, and basically, decided to quit in order to pursue business full time. It was crazy. So I got a chance to see him like almost on the day he's leaving forever. And it was such a wonderful feeling to think, I've known this guy since we were kids. I've known him since we were small. And to see him grow and soar into the man he is today, unbelievable. So super awesome, and just crazy to think where I would be, where I'd be without him. But we went to Shanghai, rescued him, and then we came back, and in August we went to Toronto.
Another event, yeah.
Another event. This
But
time Sally's pregnant. Okay, she's actually like 6 months, 7 months pregnant now.
It was just you and me though. No,
it was just her and me. Kids didn't come along, so yeah, it was just us. Hey Amanda, what's going on? Yeah, so it was just us. We went to Toronto, and Sally's pregnant, and it was a house full of people. It was crazy. It was just nuts. It was just like, there was a beach cabana pool party, amazing event in the performing arts, celebrating 2-year anniversary. Last year was in Vancouver, and it was so super awesome. Just nuts to think that we had traveled across the world and done so much. This was the last time we were going to do some serious traveling before the little baby was born. So we went to Toronto, experienced that. It was a wonderful feeling, and it's just an amazing community that puts on for its people. VIP, we went up to the top. It was just so super cool. It was a wonderful time. So then things got, I guess, kind of busy over here because we were about to have a baby, and we needed to upgrade our car. So we decided we're going to go buy a small, like a Acura of some kind, or maybe a Pilot, or like some kind of a.
Well, we were thinking Tesla.
Well, she wants a Tesla. I'm like, $200,000 car, baby. Let's just pace ourselves here for a second. It's a little much to handle, for Daddy's wallet right now.
You can't just go from Chevy to Tesla.
From a Chevy Impala to a Tesla. It's like, don't you want to buy a house? So yeah, we. This is so weird. Look at this. This is very strange. This camera shows my face kind of fat. This one shows it kind of slim. And this one shows it really slim. So I'm like wondering if there's something wrong with me, or
no,
maybe
it's the angle.
Just the angle. So we decided to go and get a 2018 Toyota 4Runner. Far stretch from like a early 2000s Acura MDX with third row seating or whatever, and I don't know what I was going to get. But we ended up getting a brand new car.
Yeah.
Then a week later or so, I asked Sally to marry me. So we decided, that we were going to honor our love and get engaged.
During the baby shower.
So that was on our Facebook. Actually, we went live with that. Then what ended up happening was we got this little bundle of joy. This is now leading us up to 2 weeks ago. Yeah. Where basically we're here. This is it, the present moment. So it's been a crazy wild ride so far. Absolutely nuts. And to think that we're just getting started. That's it, year 1 in the books. Boom. Got a chance to be a dad to 3, now to 4. Lost the dog. Got a brand new sweetheart in our lives. We created new family together. So there's family of hers that I'm family of now. There's family of mine that's her family now. So it's a wonderful feeling, is to think that we have like connection, and that we've been able to do this kind of thing inside of the time that we have together. It's just made me feel like very close and very powerful, that the universe really has our back. Like the best thing I could ever suggest is that you tell the universe what you want.
Yeah, and of course, make a decision to take massive action because the universe will give it to you.
Sally's so cool. Make a decision to take massive action. What's that?
Yeah, because you can't just ask and not do anything, right? You have to take action and receive it. The universe will give it to you.
And also the weird thing about like, what do you even ask for? Because I mean, like you could ask for opportunity. I would ask for strength and power and discipline. And if I'm asking for stuff, I want to ask for like the mindset of the person who wants to do stuff, and like wants to actually take action as opposed to just sit on the sidelines. So
Is that what you're manifesting?
What I'm manifesting is a new house. Is that I want to go move into a new home. I want to build a nice house, and I want it to be so super powerful. It's going to be absolutely nuts. You guys are all invited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to have a mastermind there.
We're going to have our own mastermind events there. It'll be retreat events. Who will come and stay with us from around the world. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be so super cool, and you'll be absolutely think of this. What did we do in 1 year? New car, engagement, baby, changed my life, international speaker, had a 6-figure year, 10 months in. It's nuts to think how fast your life can change when you're rolling into the fast lane. Man is saying, awesome, what a whirlwind. Your babe is so sweet. And that carrier, I know, right? I'm not even going to let him know cool carriers that exist. Can't wait to see you. Honestly, it's going to be so much fun, Amanda, to see this. You can see this little baby boy. I'm gonna let you guys see it before we go.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys watching us. This is going to be a thing. Live by your highest values. Ray's being.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ray. Oh, careful with that.
Yep, I got him. Oh,
he's just waking up.
Hi, so cute. Hi, so cutie.
He's just over 7 pounds.
He's just over 7 pounds now. This is our little sweetheart. Oh. Yep, he's a little tired. Oh, but he's squirming around now, so he's no longer like carrier tired. But look at this little sweetheart. Isn't he just the sweetest? Oh. What a cutie. What a cutie. Look at this. He is so sweet. He's like, ugh, I don't want to do that right now. I just want to go to sleep. Oh. I get so sidetracked when I have this little guy in my and this is it. Like it came full circle where I actually got a chance to now become a dad and actually give, like Sally, give me the honor of having a son. What a beautiful, wonderful feeling. And we're just getting started. There's going to be so many cool things that are going to happen in the new year. Ooh.
Yeah,
live events, private events, more high-level coaching. We're going to be able to take your lives into the next level, guys. So thank you so much for watching.
Or
listening by being here with us. We'd love your feedback. What did you enjoy? What would you like us to cover? Is there anything so super cool? Should I do like an episode on numerology? Should we do an episode on affiliate marketing? Do you want Sally to train on something? Do you want to meet our kids? We'll do interviews with the little ones. I also want to interview people, so I know I've got some really powerful people inside my ring of social influence that would love to come and speak to you guys and let you guys know how cool life is. I feel so cool with this thing. I think I might just wear it just to like actually be Bat Dad. It's like my own uniform.
You're Bat Dad.
Oh, I love you so much. You're so cute. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, come see mommy. Okay, mommy love you. Mommy loves you. Yep, that's life, guys. Well, we want to thank you guys so much for watching and sharing your time with us. It's going to get better. It's going to get bigger. We're going to change our platform around a little bit. You're going to find us on YouTube. We're going to start doing go lives on YouTube lives. That's a thing. Also, the time and date will usually be a little bit younger or a little bit earlier. We're not on a set schedule. It should be once a week where we're going to come out here and just spend some time with you guys. You guys see me live anyway. I always come live all the time. We're always going live somewhere. But we at least wanted to give you guys a ground zero of where to find us on a week-to-week basis. This is it. It's going to be on our podcast, okay? It's the Wealth Manifesto by Bobby and Sally.
Leave us your feedback.
Leave us your feedback. What should we cover? Do you guys want to speak live with us? We're going to upgrade our studio. This is the humble beginnings of what it looks like right now. And it's so super neat to think that this is what it looks like. I'll just show you guys really quickly. And then that way you get a chance to see for yourself. We're set up with 3 phones. We're just set up like this. So one laptop, and then 2 phones, just basically sitting side by side each other, so that we can run our little ghetto setup. Is basically what it looks like right now. And it'll get better. We're gonna grow. It's gonna turn into much, much, much cooler stuff when we get more crazy and powerful in our lives. But everybody's got to start somewhere. And you don't have to be perfect to get started. You don't have to know what you're doing to go and do stuff. Tons of people don't know what they're doing, and they do lots of things. Yeah. Like me.
You only need to know the next step.
The next step in front of you. Yeah.
You need now. So
sometimes you just got to drive a little more cautious. The fog is going to be there. And sometimes it's smooth sailing. So this little kid's about to get pretty hungry, so we're definitely going to go and feed him. But I appreciate you guys so much for joining us, and I look forward to connecting with you guys again in a week. Episode 2, I think we'll talk a little bit more about what we do and how we can help you guys. Follow our journey. All right, guys. Take care. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. We're gonna take small bites. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you, Ray. Mine was never that tiny. That's awesome, Amanda. I'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys. All right. Have a great night.